Alrighty, this is the first time using this camera. So I've been working on getting moved into the new area and the new box. That's why we got all this garbage right here. But while I was at it, I figured I would show y'all how to do a 250R, 450R, any dirt bike, four-wheeler, whatever cylinder head it apply to that Honda, that Cowie, that SSR, that Honda, both those Hondas, that lawnmower, anything basically. I'll leave the link to this tool in the description because you're not able to do this by hand. So once you get a valve spring compressor, I went with the smaller one because working with the smaller heads. Came this case, came with all these different sizes. With the Hondas and probably Cowies, you're gonna, or any dirt bike, maybe you want to use a 19mm. Put in the vise, turn this end down here, or this end, doesn't matter, but you screw them in and you put your valve part on the valve cap. So I've already done the other three. Once you get your new valve springs in, ordered all brand new valves for this head. Ordered all new valves for this head. Lapped the valves, got them lapped and all that. And like I said, new valves and springs and new retainers. So I got the new valve in and the spring. Let me get the retainers. And this is gonna be the same for intake and exhaust valves, by the way, so I don't have to worry about that. So a retainer, I don't know if you can see that, but this is a retainer. Really sucks. I do not have my magnet out here. I usually have a magnet about this long with in like a little pin. But down here, one of these here bags, I got retainers and all that. So here, nope. All right, they might be in here. Ooh, I don't know. I know I gotta do the carburetor next. This is a valve cup. We're gonna need these. I got two of them, so we're gonna be needing these out. I have a drawer specifically for engine building stuff. Like this drawer right here is it. Ziploc bags, lithium grease, piston ring compressor, measuring stuff, hones, valve lapping compound, emery cloth, the whole nine. Your two clips, your new valves will come with new clips, but I lost one. That's a new one, and so we're having to use two old ones. But we're gonna make sure that they're the same as the old ones versus the new ones, which they are the same. So here we go. We got two valve retainers, clips, whatever you want to call them. So you're gonna put that bad boy in the old vise or in the valve spring compressor. I don't know how well you can see, but this right here is gonna sit on the bottom of your valve. You call me wrong if you want to, but that's how I've always done it. You can put a drill on the end of it if you want to. Well, actually you want to leave this one loose, and you want to do a lot of your tightening with the top one up here, or you want to run the top one down so that it's already straightened up, but you don't want to run it out, you know what I mean? So how we got it touching, and then you can run the bottom one up by hand. You want to make sure it's straight on there, because see, the valve is going to move in the spring, so but this should come with your kit, so put it back on. Tighten it up. If you go the right way, it works. I did at one point have a drill on the end of it, but you know, it's whatever you want to do. Don't shoot it out like that though. Yeah, just want to tighten it up. I'm in a hurry. I'll get a better shot of it with the phone so that y'all can see what to do. I guess I don't own a phone if it's in my pocket. I could have sworn I put it up there. You want to tighten it down till you got about that much room. And then, let me get a pick. Till you have at least, you want to have this, you see that little spot right there that's in. You want to have it available. You want to have it to where you can at least get to it. And then it should go in. It's not going to be easy. You're going to want to have a pair of needle nose pliers, but you can spin that around where you can get to it a little bit easier. And it really helps if the pliers you're using are not magnetic, by the way. Might need a pick to push the clip off of the pliers. It's not going to be hard, but you definitely won't have a lot of fun doing it. You know, it's one of those things that you got to do right, because if you don't, it'll tear a lot of stuff up. You might have to tighten up on it a little bit more, you know, move it around. Are these magnetic? No. But once you get in there, you can kind of spin that clip 360 degrees, 180, whatever you got to do to it to get it in. And once you get them kind of in, they're not going to be perfect until you loosen up on it. And I'll pull the phone back out and I'll show y'all. They're just sitting in there like so, like that. And then once I pull the tension back up, or once I loosen the compressor, it'll be back. They will both be straight. But you're gonna do everything you did, but backwards. Once you've done that, once you got the bottom one loose, you should be able to run the top one up like so. And once you have done that, my friends, you have just installed 4 new valves into your dirt bike cylinder head. Like I said, this goes for any dirt bike, really. It ain't got to be a dirt bike. It can be four-wheelers, any small engine, we'll say that. And once you're done, of course, always put your tools up back where they go. Like I said, 19mm worked the best. Your valves might be different on a 450. I'm sure they'd be different, but this is a 2006 CRF 250R cylinder head. So if you have that, that's how you do it. And then these little cups right here, like I just shown you, if you got to shim your valves. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little piece in that cup right there that you put a shim on. I saved them. These cups go over top of the intake valves like so. And the cam sits on that and hits it. And then, see, here's an old one right here. There's an old cup. So you're gonna, if your bike, you're gonna have to shim them. So the shims go in there, and they go inside of the, on top of the valve itself. So now I got to get this back out. It's good to save old parts because you never know. And also, if you have a bunch of trash on your valve, on your head, where the valves meet the head, you're gonna want to lap with your old, get valve grinding compound and do it with your old valves first. And then once you get that nice and lapped, you're gonna want to put the new valves in and do it again, just so you don't get all that crap all over your brand new valves. So, but all the tools that I used will be linked in the description below. I'll even throw the little pick set in there. The head is ready to be, put the cups on, shim them, throw it back in the bike. I'm waiting on a piston. I got new clutches already in it. But like I said, we're into the into the new area over here. So got a lot of junk, a lot of garbage. Here's the bike that is all going on. This right here would be the scooter that engine came off of. It's a 2006. Brand new bearings. New radiators, new tires, front and rear, new brake pads, all done in 2006. Somebody put a lot of money into this bike. In 2016, I mean. And then it was left underwater. This is my 15 that I completely did frame off restoration on. And took it to the track on a fresh engine. She's still holding together. Here's the old Team Green bike that we got. This is Landon's. He's been polishing on it. Looks really good. Really nice bike. It also has a fresh engine rebuild on it. As you can see, that case is new. But he's gonna have to get new tires before too much longer.